The Vietnam War, a conflict that changed the world. For 20 years, a small nation in Southeast Asia became the center of global tension, Cold War rivalry, and human tragedy. This is the story of Vietnam, a conflict that shaped generations, toppled political leaders, changed warfare forever, and left scars still felt today. This is the Vietnam War. The road to war. To understand the Vietnam War, we must turn back the clock. Vietnam had spent decades fighting foreign powers. First France, then Japan during World War II, and then France again. The world watched as the French fortress collapsed. A new chapter began, one that would split Vietnam into North and South, and draw the United States into a conflict it never expected to lose. America enters. In Washington, leaders believed that if Vietnam fell to communism, all of Southeast Asia might follow, the domino theory. What began with a few hundred military advisors quickly escalated into tens of thousands of American troops. Escalation and Operation Rolling Thunder. In 1965, Operation Rolling Thunder unleashed one of the most intense aerial campaigns in history. The United States believed superior firepower would break Hanoi's will. But instead, the jungle swallowed bombs. The Ho Chi Minh Trail kept the North supplied. And the war only deepened. The Soldiers' War. For the soldiers on the ground, Vietnam was not just a war. It was a maze of mud, monsoon rain, and unseen enemies. The Viet Cong blended with the local villagers. The Americans controlled the day, but the Viet Cong controlled the night. The Tet Offensive. January 1968. During the Lunar New Year celebrations, the North Vietnamese launched a massive surprise attack. Militarily, the US won. Politically, it changed everything. The American public turned against the war at home. For the first time in history, the horrors of war were broadcast directly into American homes. The battlefield was Vietnam, but the real fight was for public opinion. Vietnamization and the widening war. The new plan, Vietnamization, withdraw US troops and turn the fighting over to South Vietnam. America was leaving, but the war was far from over. The fall of Saigon. April 1975. North Vietnamese tanks rolled toward Saigon. After 2 decades of bloodshed, the Vietnam War ended not with a treaty, but with the sound of tank tracks entering a city. Aftermath and legacy. More than 58,000 Americans died. Millions of Vietnamese civilians and soldiers were lost. Landscapes were scarred. Families torn apart. Vietnam rebuilt. America healed. But the lessons of the war remain etched in history. The Vietnam War stands as one of the most defining conflicts of the 20th century, a war fought in jungles and cities, in politics and public opinion. A war that changed nations, changed people, and changed the world.